Hey dude, same deal. We're with negative x squared minus 2x plus 8, and we're looking at the graph of that on our Ti84. Makes a nice parabola, and we want to find the value for x at a certain y value. So it's sort of like saying, hey, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, up here at 5, what's an x value that corresponds to that y value? And because it's a parabola, there's going to be two of them. Now, to find if you know an x value and you're looking for a y value, one way is sort of you can guess. You say, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking for, I want to be up here at 5. Where am I over? And it looks like it's at negative 3. So one way is to look at it and guess, and you can say second calc, and we want to calculate a value. So we say enter. And I think over here to get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one way might be is to go to negative 3. So let's test it. Negative 3. Bam. Enter. Great. And that hits us exactly. And that's very lucky, right? We could also do it over here and say, I think over here at 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over here at 1 works. And so let's check it at 1. So those are what we expect. And because these are nice numbers because we're practicing, right? But if you have, if you're trying to find something at 4.5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit, I don't really know where that is. And it's going to be less than a whole number. It's going to be not an integer. So that's going to be a pain. So we want to be able to find that very accurately and get the calculator to do it. So one way to do that is this. If I'm looking for all the values at 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can put in another line. And we're going to put in a line that has all of the numbers at 5, like in a straight horizontal line. So we're going to go back to the y equals key. We're going to go down. If we want to find the spot where the y value is 5, let's make a line where all the y values are 5, y equals 5. And this will put in another line for us, horizontal, right? So graph them both. There's our other line. And every point on this line, it's x is something and y is 5. X is something else, y is 5. X is something else, y is 5. X is something else, and y is 5. And this one happens to be on the parabola. And we can get the calculator calculate that intersection just like we did with the systems of equations, two lines where they run into each other. Because these are two lines and they run into each other, intersect. So we're going to go second calc, and we want to find that intersection. So go to 5 or arrow down, and hit enter. Great. It says first curve. That means the first line. And if you arrow over, you can see that the cursor is getting closer to this intersection. We can only find one intersection at a time. So we're going to have to do this, write it down, and then do it again over here. So get close. That's all you need to do. Pretty close, fine. Enter. It says second curve. Right now it's on the line, on the straight line. So if you zoom over, it'll move. And pretty much you just have to hit enter, enter. Right? Second curve, sure. It says guess, it's still in the same spot, hit enter. So most of the time you just hit enter, enter, enter. And bam, negative 3, 5, just like we expected. And this might be a little bit more work here, but you don't always get numbers that you can estimate and guess and check. Okay, let's try to find this one the same way. Okay, we're going to say calc. We want to find the intersection, 5. So we're going to have to run the first cursor over towards the intersection. Close enough. Second curve, it's on the line now. Hit enter, guess, hit enter again. Bam, 1 and 5, right? And this is nice because you could pick something really that's a little more random, like 2.5, right? So instead of having 5 here, you could say, all right, well, how about 2.5? Something that we probably won't get a nice whole number out of. Our line pops up in a different spot, a little lower, right in here. And this isn't at 4, negative 4 isn't at negative 3. It's somewhere in the middle, and I can't really eyeball it. But what I can do is ask the calculator to calc the intersection, and we'll arrow over to try to find this intersection. Move it over. All we have to do is get close. Oh, too much, too much. Okay, enter. Second curve means it's on the straight line. Enter, take a guess means take a guess. Hit enter. Bam. Great. And so at 2.5, where I asked it to be, the x value is negative 3.54951, right? Which is a lot more accurate than I could have eyeballed and guessed. Neat? Neat. Oh, and don't forget to find the other one because there's two of them.